All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory due to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Waharakak Wadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and peace and salutations to the hopeful elect that are toiling in His truth. I'm Pathaka Moth Jim S. Dallas, and I'm just coming back at you with a really quick hit lesson. It's not going to be too long. Just going to make a really quick point because a couple of days ago, which I'm going to entitle this lesson, the E holds the height of the hill. And the scriptures back that, which I'm going to bring that out. But what sparked this lesson is a couple of days ago, these devils had their 2023 summit meeting. You know what I'm saying? And of course, we went into these things. Brothers have done lessons on it. When you get into the understanding of what these meetings are dealing with, you know what I'm saying? It's the summit, the word summit, the summit meetings is dealing with the heads of these governments. You know what I'm saying? Which at times in the Bible, when you deal with the scriptures, the Bible speaks of mountains and hills. And a lot of those times it's talking about governments, you know what I'm saying? Which of course we know, us in the know that the mountains represent larger, because you're dealing with larger and smaller governments, and the mountains represent larger governments, and the hills represent smaller governments. You know what I'm saying? So, they recently had their 2023 summit meeting. The heads of these governments, which we're going to get it. You know what I'm saying? But really quick, I want to go into this word government real quick, which I typed in govern to govern. So it brought up, as you can see on the screen in the etymology dictionary online, and I typed in government, govern, and it says govern is a verb, and it says late 13th century, to rule with authority, from Old French governor, steer, be at the helm of, in which you can go into the word and get more definitions of it, but that basically gives you the understanding of what to govern means: to rule with authority, to steer, to be at the helm of, so it says, and then of course you see under it, it says government, a noun. It's late 14th century. It says act of governing or ruling. In the 1550s, a system by which a thing is governed. So we just looked up govern. To govern is the same thing, the same act, to rule with authority, from Old French governor, steer, be at the helm of. So act of governing or ruling, that authority, that with the government, you know what I'm saying, which is what these meetings and things are all about. The heads of these current rulers, these governments, you know what I'm saying. So, and when you get real quick, so just remember that to govern is to rule with authority, to steer, and to be at the helm of, you know what I'm saying? So ruling, steering, or being at the helm of. So let's real quick, let's now get, I'm gonna type in mental, which is where you get, when you deal with mental or mentality, which you see it pulled up right there. It says mental, which is where you get the ment from in government. That we just saw, to govern means to steer, to rule, to steer, basically to guide, to lead. It says mental, adjective, early 15th century, in, of, or pertaining to the mind, characteristics of the intellect. And when you deal with mentality, it's a noun, 1690s, mental, action or power from mental, adjective, the sense of intellect or intellectual activity. So your brain, your mind, man. So when you put the two together, to govern, to rule, to steer, to guide, to lead, and mentals, which is the ment, dealing with the intellect or the mind. So it's the ruling, the guiding, the leading, the steering of the mind of who? Of the people that they're over, that they're governing, man, So the government is rulership of the mind of these people, man, They're steering the minds, they're guiding, they're leading, they're ruling over the minds of these people, man, And that's what these meetings are all about. You know what I'm saying? These meetings are all about the next thing to do to control these people, man. You know what I'm saying? And which way to take them. You know what I'm saying? So they, again, they just had a 2023 summit meeting, and of course, he knows this, man. He knows this. It's these people that have no, especially, these people don't have any idea what's going on, especially Jake, man. Jake just out here through, man. Jake ain't got any idea of which way is up, down, left, right, going or coming, man. You know what I'm saying? Jake is lost in the sauce. They on that Babylon juice heavy, and they're just done out here, man. You know what I'm saying? They don't, and that's why 2/3 of the people, the nation of Israel, is gonna get put to death, man. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna follow. They're gonna allow this devil to lead them, and he's gonna lead them, right into that pit, man. You know what I'm saying? And they're gonna fall in the pit, man. But again, just reiterating, they just had the 2023 summit meeting a couple of days ago. So real quick, I want to look up this word summit, since now we know what government means. You know what I'm saying? Let's look up this word summit real quick. Summit. Not erasing. Definition. Summit. There it is. Okay, let's look up this word summit real quick. We just went to Google, typed in summit definition, and it's the dictionary. Let's let this devil say it.
Summit.
So it's a summit, man, which they just had the 2023 summit meeting, and it's a summit. It says the highest point of a hill or mountain, there it is, a hill or a mountain. You know what I'm saying? The scriptures speak of mountains and hills, and at times it's talking about governments, man. Sometimes talking about actual mountains and hills, but at times talking about governments, and this is the proof of it. A summit. They had a summit meeting just a couple of days ago, and it says the highest point of a hill or mountain. So that's why the Bible references, because the Bible is a book of codes and mysteries and secrets. The Lord ain't gonna just come out and say, the government of E, or the government, you know what I'm saying? Or the hill of E. No, man, he's not going to do that, because they would get rid of the book, man. We never have this book if it did that. If the Lord just straight up said America, or I don't want to say certain things because I'm talking about E, what I'm saying, being who he actually is, and all these different things, then they would have definitely got rid of the Bible, and we wouldn't have the Bible today, and we wouldn't be able to get this knowledge. So the scriptures speak of mysteries, secrets, what I'm saying, those hidden things, what I'm saying. There's things that's hidden from these people that are being made manifest to the saints, man, the servants, the prophets, pursuant to the scripture. So that's what's going on, man. So these are part of those mysteries and secrets, man, that's being revealed to the servants, the prophets, man, the secrets of the Most High, those mysteries. So let's drop down to number 2. Oh, if you see a similar right there, it says top, peak, mountaintop, crest. So the top, of these governments. And number 2 is going to break it down. Number 2, it says a meeting between heads of government, a summit conference or a summit meeting, which they just had, so, the Bible breaks these things. That's what, beautiful, man. These things are right here, man. You know what I'm saying? So Jake ain't gonna have no excuses, because these things are right in their face, man. And they're being bought out and put on the forefront by the men of the Lord, man. And just to make another point, there's a sect of their government where they approve and pass, those unrighteous decrees, that wicked legislation, where bills are passed and they become laws, called Capitol Hill, man. You know what I'm saying? Which all these things prove that it's talking about governments, man. Again, mountains representing larger governments, hills representing smaller governments. There's a sect of this government called Capitol Hill, which is a little bit smaller of the sect of the bigger government, but it's it's like I said, that's where their bills are passed and become laws. You know what I'm saying? And that wicked legislation, which we're going to get into that. But real quick, let me just type in. I'm gonna type in capital real quick, because all these things are pointing to the same thing. Capital definition. There it is. So let's let him say it.
Capital.
Or her, rather. So capital. And it says, the definition, it says the most important, city or town, that's not what I want. That's not what I want. Where is it at? Was it the definition that I wanted? Boy, E is something else, man. I looked this up earlier and it didn't give me all this madness right here. Hold on one sec. Salakia. Let's see what the synonym is. It was something similar to this because I see like it says, number one, it says first city, most important city. And what I had found earlier, it said head, it says first, it said first, basically more important, but I'm looking for exactly what I pulled up earlier. Dang, Salakia, man. Bad boy ain't pulling up, man. He is something else. This crap is something else, man. This dude, man. Nah, that ain't it. Man, that's crazy. I can't find it now. I just had it like a second ago. I don't think it was in the etymology, was it? Matter of fact, let's go to etymology. Let me see. Maybe it was in the etymology. Let's try it in etymology. Nah, this ain't it. That's crazy, man, because I saw it. But, okay, no, here we go. Here's something. Well, it says capital noun too, 1610s, and it says right here, it says capital, chief, first. Now the one I pulled up earlier, it said chief, it says the head, it says first, it said all of those, but I don't see head on here. Where it said that the head on the one I saw earlier. Okay, here we go, right here. Literally little head of kaput, head. So yeah, head. So yeah, the top, the head, the peak. You know what I'm saying? So when you deal with these words, Capitol Hill, the head, the top, the peak, the first, the forefront. You know what I'm saying? All these things are going into I don't know why that this devil made that hard for me, man. That's it. It's like they be, moving things around on us while we're, But yeah, man. So Capitol Hill, that's where they bring out all that wicked, those wicked decrees and that those unrighteous decrees and wicked legislation, man. So let's get that real quick. That reminds me of Isaiah the 10th chapter, which we'll read that, and then we're gonna get into these mountains. Of course, the mountains and the hills represent governments, man. Which the Lord is not with these devils, man. Let's get this real quick. This is Isaiah chapter 10. Look at Satan, man. You know what I'm saying? All this noise coming now. It's Isaiah chapter 10 and verse 1, and it reads, "Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees, and that write grievousness which they have prescribed." And that's exactly what these devils do, man. But it says, "Woe, destruction unto them that decree unrighteous decrees." So they're the wicked laws and legislation, those unrighteous decrees, those bills that become, on Capitol Hill, that become laws that they pass. You know what I'm saying? It's like it says, that right grievousness which they have prescribed, pre-written. You know what I'm saying? So let's read this in the NLT because it's going to break it down. Let me parallel this real quick because it'll break it down plainly. Isaiah 10 and 1 to the right of the screen in the NLT, it says, "What sorrow awaits the unjust judges and those who issue unfair laws." Exactly, those unfair laws, those unrighteous decrees, the wicked legislation that these devils pass, man. Because all it's doing is jacking Jacob, man. You know, that's what it's all about, man. So it says, whoa, destruction is coming to them for that, man. You know what I'm saying? So let's get into, because like I said, the Lord is not with these devils, man. You know, and like the scriptures say, he holds the height of the hill. So let's get that real quick in Jeremiah the 49th chapter. As a matter of fact, I'm going to read verse 7 first because it's going to tell you what it's talking about. It's prophecy against Edom. Isaiah 49 and verse 7. Concerning Edom, thus saith Yahweh Shem Shai of armies, is wisdom no more in Teman? Is counsel perished from the prudent? Is their wisdom vanished? And the answer to that is yes. It's a rhetorical question. And the answer is yes, it has, man. The Lord is taking the Salakia. It's taking the wisdom from this place, you know, because of course we know that the Lord gave them the wisdom, you know. He made them wiser than Daniel, you know what I'm saying, to raise them up to the point that he has them now, man. You know what I'm saying? These devils are so high-minded, you know, they think they're on a level of the Lord, man. You know what I'm saying? And that's why they're moving like they're moving, man, because they actually think they're going to try to fight the Lord when he returns, man. These devils actually think they can win, you know, but they're in a trick bag, man. You know, the Lord set them up, man. You know what I'm saying? That's why the scriptures say in 2nd Esdras, the 13th chapter, there's going to be nothing left to perceive but the smell of smoke, you know, dust and smoke, roughly paraphrasing, man. You know, Lord is going to destroy these devils with our hand, man. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, and that's why he's going to go through Basra with dyed garments, man. You know what I'm saying? Blood everywhere. He finna do a whole lot of killing, you know, but the Lord is about to make an example of these devils, man. You know what I'm saying? So it's concerning Edom. So let's drop down real quick to verse 14. We're going to read a few verses down because they hold the height of the hill. This is Jeremiah 49 and 14. I have heard a rumor from Yahweh Shem Yahushai, and an ambassador is sent unto the heathen, saying, gather ye together and come against her and rise up to the battle. So the Lord is stirring up these nations, and all these nations about to shoot arrows or missiles on this place, man. You know what I'm saying? It says, for lo, I will make thee small among the heathen and despised among men, which you can see these things happening already in these times, man. You know, the Lord is stirring up the minds of these people, and he's he's showing these people that E is not what that is, man. This crap is you know, it's been some BS, man, some nonsense from the get-go. You know, all these nations got in bed with this whore, and they got burnt, man. You know, so it says, for lo, I will make thee small among the heathen and despised among men. So all these nations are looking at America with, you know, squinted and slanty eyes, like sideways, you know what I'm saying? And you got these countries, death to America and destruction to them. They want to see this place destroyed, man. You know, they're tired of these devils, man. Verse 16, it says, thy terribleness had deceived thee, and the pride of thine heart, you know, the mind of these devils, O thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rocks. So we know who this is. The clefts of the rocks were dwelt in all the way back in the ancients by the Edomites, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, during the time of Mount Seir. You know what I'm saying? Esau is Edom. You can get that in Genesis, the 36th chapter. I believe around verse 8. You know what I'm saying? It makes synonymous. It makes Esau, Edom, and Mount Seir synonymous, man. You know what I'm saying? Which eventually in these times became Mount Petra. You know what I'm saying? And we know that these devils came out of the mountains of Georgia, Russia, the Caucasus Mountains of Georgia, Russia, man. You know what I'm saying? All of those are synonymous, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, Mount Seir, Petra, the Caucasus Mountains. That's why they call themselves Caucasians today, because they came out the mountains of Georgia, Russia, man. You know, and Caucasian means cave dweller. That's what it means, literally. When you go into the word, it's Caucasian, just cave dweller. You know, so you know they came out the mountains, man. So we know who this is talking about when it says, "O thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rocks, of the rock that holdest the height of the hill." So they came out the clefts of the rocks, out of the mountains, to pursuant to Job 9:24, the earth has been given into the hand of the wicked. The Lord, or the power, the hand, or the power of the wicked. The Lord gave these devils, pursuant to Daniel, the 4th chapter, and verse 17. The Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men, and he set over it whomsoever he will, man. And he set over it the basis of men, roughly paraphrasing, man. Which is these devils, man, that came out of caves, man. Grunting and braying and neighing. You know what I'm saying? Beneath the nettles, like it says in Job, the 30th chapter, eating juniper roots and braying, man, like a goddamn donkey, an ass, man. You know what I'm saying? So these people are the height of the hills now, man. You know what I'm saying? It says that holdest the height of the hill, that Capitol Hill, the governments, we went into Summit, the top of a mountain or hill, all these things have been broken down. It says that thou shouldest make thy nest as high as the eagle. And what's the national bird of these devils, man? The eagle, which goes all the way back to the Greeks, man. The Greeks, the Romans, and now in these times, the modern day Greeks and Romans, man. You know what I'm saying? Rome 2.0, these Americans, man, and that's why you see the national bird today being the eagle, because it's the same people. The Greeks were Edomites, the Romans were Edomites, and now today the earth has been given into the hand of the wicked. These current rulers are Edomites, man. You know what I'm saying? And it says, I will bring thee down from thence, saith Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Yeah, the Lord ain't with these devils, man. The Lord is going to bring these devils down. So all their little summit meetings and their little G20 summits and all their little gatherings, their all the nations, I can't remember what it's called right now. Their little League of Nations that they have, where every nation is represented on that panel. But you Jakes, you don't have no representative on that panel, man, because they're trying to get rid of you, man. It's about how to F you up and get and keep you down and keep you on the bottom, man, and eventually trying to destroy you. You know what I'm saying? And get rid of you, man. But the Lord said he's going to bring them down. Verse 17, also Edom shall be a desolation. Everyone that goeth by it shall be astonished and shall hiss at all the plagues thereof. So everybody's going to see the destruction of this place, man. So Edom is going to be a desolation, man. That's what's coming. The Lord ain't with these devils, man. You know what I'm saying? So let's jump over to Isaiah, the 25th chapter and verse 7. And it reads, and he will destroy in this mountain, this government, governments, mountains, hills. We just went through all that. The face of the covering cast over all the people, and the veil that is spread over all nations, man. Who is the he? Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. Yahushua is returning, but in these times, he's already destroying that covering cast. It says, and he will destroy in this mountain, in this government, Esau's rulership, his rule over the minds of the people, steering and heading and guiding, leading the minds of the people in wickedness, because he's the wicked, pursuant to Job 9:24, Malachi, the 1st chapter and verse 4, he's the border of wickedness. So all these things that he's ruling over these people in wickedness is, and leading these people, he's leading them in wickedness, man. He's ruling over them in wickedness, man. So these people are learning and taking on that spirit, man, that vibration. So, and that's that covering cast, man, the lies and deceptions, man. It says, and he will destroy in this mountain the face of the covering cast over all people, and the veil that is spread over all nations, man. And all these nations are through because they followed the vibration, spirit, and ways of this devil, man. You know what I'm saying? Now that the nations are angry, man, they're mad, man. You know what I'm saying? Because they see that they've been duped. The only one that don't see it is 2/3 of the nation of Israel. You Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and Seminole Indians of Negro descent, who make up the 12 no longer lost tribes of the nation of Israel. Those are the only ones that don't see it. And that's why, pursuant to Zechariah 13:8, 2 parts must be cut off and die, man, because they're going to reject knowledge, pursuant to Hosea, the 4th chapter and verse 6. And the Lord is going to reject them. He's going to destroy them, man, and their seed. You know what I'm saying? So that covering cast is being destroyed by the mouth of the prophets. You know what I'm saying? Right as we speak. You know what I'm saying? He's destroying, because you got the men of the Lord out here calling everything out, man. You know what I'm saying? revealing this devil. Second Thessalonians, the second chapter says that the man of sin, the son of perdition, had to be revealed. And we're in the time of the revealing of this devil, man. This dude has been the elephant in the room. Nobody ever looked at this dude. He's been, like the scriptures say, Satan has transformed himself into an angel of light, man. You know what I'm saying? And that's exactly what happened. And no one was looking at this dude, man. But now all eyes, like Tupac said, all eyes on me. All eyes on this nigga now, man. You know what I'm saying? And rightfully so, man. This nigga has been causing nothing but havoc and destruction throughout the four corners, man. Among all nations, but primarily the Israelites, man. You know what I'm saying? So it's time for this devil to get pointed at, man, and people to start realizing who he is and what he's about, man. This nigga is the wicked, you know what I'm saying? And now we know that, so yeah, that revealing, in which there's a revealing happening in these times on both the left hand and the right hand. Scriptures say in Revelation, the first chapter, which Revelation means to reveal, the revealing, of Yahushua, man, because he got covered up. They put a fake ass image of this Edomite dude with stringy hair and pale skin and different color eyes. Then the description of the Lord does not match that dude, man. He didn't have woolly hair. He didn't have a skin of bronze or like burning a fire. You know what I'm saying? Like it was burnt. Which means represents dark skin, man. Curly hair, woolly hair, man. He doesn't, and it says his eyes were like flames of fire, man, which, goes back to, he was drink wine, and the whites of a so-called black man's eyes, they get red when they drink, man. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, man, none of that. This dude has in one depiction green eyes, and another depiction blue eyes, and another depiction brown eyes. So it's a whole lot of madness and nonsense, but he was covered. So that's the revealing on the right hand of the true Messiah, Yahushua. They changed everything, his countenance, his message, his look, everything. So he's being revealed on the right hand. These people don't like it. You got horns on Jesus, the name, the true biblical name, Yahushua. All these things are being revealed in this time. And then you got that revealing on the left hand of who this devil is, like the scriptures say, as a matter of fact, because I'm gonna mess it up. Let's get it real quick. Let's go to Second Thessalonians, because I just feel it. I know I'm gonna mess it up. So I don't want to mess it up. So let's just get it. This is Second Thessalonians chapter 2 and verse 7. For the mystery of iniquity doth already work. Only he who now letteth will let until he be taken out of the way. So he's that mystery of iniquity, man. And as it says in verse 3, let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come except there be a falling away first, which that happened during the time of 70 AD, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition, that's the revealing on the left hand. We know who this is talking about now. These devils, these Edomites, man. Your current rulers that's heading these summit meetings and hold the height of the hill, man. You know what I'm saying? That's what's going on. So let's get one more real quick in Jeremiah, and then we'll bring this to a close, because the Lord ain't with these devils. He's going to bring them down, man. This is Jeremiah chapter 51. And let's drop down to verse 25. And it reads, Behold, I am against thee, O destroying mountain. Now, does a literal mountain destroy anything? No, man, which proves this is not talking about a mountain. A mountain ain't going around destroying nothing, man. So it's talking about the tops or the peaks of these heads of these governments, man. Esau, the summit meetings, that hold the height of the hills, Capitol Hill, the head, the first, what I'm saying? Those that are leading, steering, ruling over the minds of the people in wickedness. It says, Behold, I am against thee, O destroying mountain. That government, Esau's government. The earth has been given into his hands in these times. Saith Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, which destroyeth all the earth. Yeah, the earth is through, man. The earth is finished. The whole earth, the earth itself, everything within it is destroyed because of these devils and this crazy, wicked ass rule that, this is the worst rulership period in this history of rulerships. You know what I'm saying? And it's just time for this shit to end, man. It says, And I will stretch out mine hand upon thee and roll thee down from the rocks and I will make thee a burnt mountain. So a burnt government. The Lord is going to destroy this place by way of thermonuclear destruction, man. You know, and of course the chariots are going to return, and they're going to burn this place up as well with those laser beams. You know, those concentrated beams of heat and light, man. You know what I'm saying? So the chariots going to get busy as well, man. So he's going to turn this place into a burnt mountain. You know, this is going to become that lake of fire that John saw in Revelations, man, the 20th chapter, man. You know what I'm saying? And rightfully so, and we can't wait, man. We're so ready for it. But yeah, man, I just, you know, real quick want to do, I think this turned out to be a little longer than I had planned on it being, you know, got a little windy there, you know, a little winded, you know, but Salakia, you know, but like I said, he holds the height of the hill, and the fact that these devils had that summit meeting a couple of days ago, 2023, just sparked the lesson. Hopefully it was edifying. With that, giving all praises, honor, and glory due to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Waharakak. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to the elect, the house of David, the Bayath, Shah Dawadah, Shalom.